Hi, welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. So we brought you the story that Kodak Black was arrested, right, and charged, and now we gotta update you. Hit that subscribe button. So Kodak Black now, after being arrested and charged, has been released on bond. I'm starting to think Kodak has like 9 lives, like he's a cat or something, or maybe he is God's chosen, and we just don't know. I'm not God, so I don't know. So the Sun says the rapper Kodak Black appeared in court on drug charges after a stash of oxycodone pills and tens of thousands of dollars in cash were allegedly found in his car during a traffic stop. His baby mama already made it public on social media that if she was in the car, if I was in that car with my baby daddy, none of this would have never happened because I would have stuffed them 30 oxycodone pills up my pussy. That's what she said. I'm just quote unquote quoting, right? She would have boosted, she would have stuffed it up in her holes, and the police would never have found it. When she said that, I said to myself, shit, Kodak ain't no real prison nigga, because if he was, he would have stuffed it up his asshole and the police wouldn't have found it. And I know that sounds gross to y'all, but please remember this. It's a thing in prison, okay? Don't ask me, ask them dudes who's done a lot of time in prison. That's like a pocket. I heard Tony Yayo talk about it in a interview type, documentary type, and I was like, damn. He said that becomes your pocket. Like that's where you keep everything. I choked. Straight up choked. Kodak Black, whose real name is Bill Kahan Capri, he was pulled over on Friday after he made an appearance in court on Saturday morning. So they got him on Friday night, and by Saturday he was, what I'm saying, before the judge with his big lawyer. His lawyer Bradford Cohen told the Sun that he negotiated a $75,000 bond for his star client and said that he was confident that they could move forward with resolving this matter quickly. So maybe this is not as big of a deal as we thought it was, but it could be, because he got hit with intent to distribute type or trafficking narcotics. Kodak Black was just released from the Broward County Jail on bond, and he did not answer any questions from the reporters as he was escorted away by his security. And we saw the video. He put his blue hoodie on. He held his head down. He didn't say anything, and that's the best thing for him to do. I'm sure his attorney told him, "Listen, when you walk out there, I'm going to send these guys in to get you, and when you walk out there, don't even look in the camera for too long. Hold your head down, go about your business. Our goal is to show you as somebody who is changing, and if you go out there and get boisterous or anything, this is going to show that you are a repeat offender that is stuck in your ways, and there's no changing you. We don't want any of that. We don't even want them to perceive that that's the type of person you are." So Florida Highway Patrol told the U.S. Sun that Kodak Black was allegedly in possession of 31 oxycodone pills and $74,960 in cash when he was stopped. He was riding in a purple SUV, bulletproof vehicle with dark tinted windows, so dark that they knew that the tints were illegal, so they pulled the vehicle over. Upon pulling the vehicle over, they smelled a strong odor of that ganja, that Mary Jane, that marijuana, and they decided they were going to search because that smell was too much in here. After smelling that, they did their little search, and upon searching the vehicle, they found the pills and the cash. The 25-year-old rapper was arrested, and he was taken to Broward County Jail. His attorney said in a statement, though, that never judge a case based on an arrest. There are facts and there are circumstances that give rise to a defense, especially in this case. We negotiated a bond for $75,000 and we will now move forward with resolving this matter quickly. Now remember, before he said he's going to negotiate a bond and he's pretty sure that we couldn't move forward. Well, now he's saying we did negotiate the bond. We got it. It's 75,000, and we're gonna move forward with this quickly. 75,000 is no money for Kodak. They found him with $74,000, 900 and something dollars in on his person as money that he just carries around for whatever reason to throw away, throw at a strip club, do whatever. And he has some big dates coming up for shows. Maybe one of those shows, he'll get that money back right away, right? The young rapper is from Florida. He's a Florida native, and he rose to fame in about 2014 after he released his single, No Flocking. In 2017, he released his debut album, Painting Pictures, which peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200 charts. And his second album, Dying to Live, peaked at number 1 the following year. So for the people who are saying, he don't have no good music, he's not a good artist, whatever, well, he's running up them charts, man. And because he's running up them charts, his bank account zeros are running up as well. So that's why you could pull him over on any given day and find $75,000 in his pocket. There's a lot of hard-working people out here that don't have half of that money saved up. And they've been working longer than Kodak's been alive, right? On New Year's Day, Kodak was actually arrested for trespassing charges also, but those charges were dropped after the prosecuting body decided, hey, we don't want to pursue that. And this was right after Donald Trump, the former president, had just pardoned him and he had just gotten out. His lawyer, Cohen, confirmed again, this time to TMZ, that Kodak Black was arrested on a misdemeanor trespassing charge, but he insisted that it was based on a cease or desist letter from 4 months ago. Cohen claims that Kodak Black went into his old neighborhood to see some friends and to pay off some credit card debt for 5 families in the area. He was actually doing some charity work, and that's what that was about. Kodak Black had another arrest back in 2019 which stemmed from a federal weapons charge. He was then sentenced to 48 months in prison in June of 2020, but Kodak Black was supposed to serve a lengthy prison sentence that was expected to end in November of 2022 before he was pardoned by Donald Trump. The official White House statement addressing Kodak Black's pardon acknowledged the support he had received from fellow musicians, including Gucci Mane, Lil Pump, and Lil Yachty. Now, before his conviction and after reaching success as a recording artist, Kodak became deeply involved in numerous philanthropic efforts, the statement says. You know, he's out here kissing babies, shaking hands, and doing good for impoverished communities and helping people who need help. You know, so that kind of looks good on his record. In fact, he has committed to supporting a variety of charitable efforts, such as providing educational resources to students and families of fallen law enforcement officers and to the underprivileged. Taking care of the children of fallen law enforcement officers, you gotta know that this is going to rank him very high on fellow law enforcement officers' lists of people that they like. But they didn't care about that when they found him with his $74,000 and his 31 oxy pills. They didn't care, and I hope Kodak knows that. They don't give a damn how much money you give to them and to what charity. You're still that little black boy from the hood. You still that project baby with a mouthful of gold teeth, now diamond teeth. You're riding around here in a bulletproof vehicle. You must be really thinking that you are bulletproof, right? You're riding around here with some of these officers' whole year's salary in your pocket. And you're so young. They don't like you. He only served half of his sentence in Illinois USP Thompson prison. At the time, he took to Twitter to thank everyone for their support. He says, I want to thank the President, Donald Trump, for his commitment to justice, reform, and shortening my sentence. He said, I also want to thank everyone for their support and love, and it means more than you will ever know. Kodak Black then said that he wanted to continue giving back, learning, and growing as a person. And again, I remember him celebrating the fact that this is the first time I had been free for a whole year, a whole 4 seasons out to see summer, winter, spring, and fall since I've been 14 years old. Because every year I was incarcerated at some point, going in, coming out. And that alone in itself is sad. Somebody said, yo, I hope he's not institutionalized. Listen, if you've been going to prison since, or jail since you were 14, been going from juvenile facility over to adult correctional facility, then what do you think? He's institutionalized, my friend. To some degree, Kodak is institutionalized. And you can see that Kodak is a good person and he struggles. He wants to be a good person. But for some reason, that fame, that money, and that young and wildness, plus he was already wild from the get-go, and he's trying to calm that side of himself. It's a struggle. It's a real struggle. The worst part about all this is, though, if you're going to ride around dirty, then at least make sure that your license is not suspended or expired. At least make sure that the tags on your vehicle is good to go. At least don't be riding around smoking weed, so if the police pulls you over, they won't be able to search your vehicle under suspicion because the smell is reeking of marijuana. And the vehicle was tinted so dark that whoever was in it with Kodak, even if Kodak's license was suspended, they could have easily switched seats because the police couldn't see in the vehicle to see if they were switching seats or not. And old buddy here with a good license could have said, hey, I was driving. He wasn't driving, and that wouldn't have been an issue. The only thing he would have got charged with was a citation for tints being too dark and blah, blah, blah. He would have taken care of that. It's not even a misdemeanor. It's not on your record. It's just, hey, take care of these tints. They're too dark. Okay, and we'll show up on Monday. You can inspect the vehicle, and we'll have the tints off and proper tints put on, officer, and we're on our way. But you don't ride around with 30 plus oxycodone pills and that much cash on you, and your license is expired and your plate on your vehicle is expired or suspended. Like, come on. You're begging for it. You're begging for it. Leave your comments in the comment section below. He's been released on $75,000 bond, and he has Rolling Loud coming up on the 24th, which is a huge concert. And I also heard that he has another concert in Atlanta coming up, and he's been booked for an event in Dubai, and he has been granted permission to go out of the country and perform at that event in Dubai. I think that's a test. Let's see if he goes out of the country and, knowing that he has this case pending, he decides to run. I don't think Kodak is the type to run. I think Kodak is so Miami, so Florida. This is where he wants to be. So if he got to come back and do some time and then get out and let's charge it to the game, that's what it's going to be. Let's not forget, Kodak Black just got shot up this year. He's healing from gunshot wounds while he's going through this. Why must his story be this tumultuous? I don't know, but I wish him all the best. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV. You already know, if the topic is hot, we're on it. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.